Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it's showtime. We open the curtain and show you everything behind the curtain. Kind of a mess, not gonna lie. Don't look at it too closely. It's yeah, let's play. Strangely, my Streamlabs desktop is telling me to subscribe to earn drops, which is a little surprising to me. The daily login rewards a purified talisman distillate. Monster kills, main missions, side missions, item empowerments. Sure, that'll all be easy peasy and possibly lemon squeezy. Good evening to whomever's joined me. This is a 500 XP talisman empowerment. I think the waste is more important. It's 82 power rating. Not 64, but this is higher level, so no, it must be the amulet. Must be the higher one, right? Right? 23 hit points. Yeah, it's that one. So we will upgrade the one that gives us more benefits, because doing otherwise would be dumb. Now they're both level 11. Let's see, this one 27, 86, 26. Yep, significantly better. We have done wisely so far. Let's see, we took care of the incomplete report, took care of the missing persons list, we took care... She's got another quest for us.
You are a sight for sore eyes.
Supply run. Ellen Bannerman and the survivors of the police station are running out of supplies. Go around the stores and businesses of Kingsmouth and look for food and other things they might need. Okay, I'll do that right now. Talk to me, Helen. Helen? Lovely, Helen.
Ain't this a heck of a thing?
It is a heck of a
3
thing.
years without firing a shot, other than putting down some animal got itself hit by a truck. These past nights, we've gone through bullets like candy at Halloween. I used that jail cell to dry out old paperwork mostly. Well, Bill Dexter when he'd had a bad one. Now I've got all these folks good as locked in here, and no sleeping it off for the morning either. The way things are headed, I'm seeing us outlasting our supplies. Not by much, if it comes to that. Andy finds what he can, but with the cruisers stuck propping up the barricade... So I'm obliged to anyone who'll poke around town a piece. Bring in the essentials. We can call it requisitioning. I don't think the store owners will be writing this one off as an act of God.
Also, mostly they're dead, so... I mean, they're not going to complain, right? We find the local phone book.
You know where to find me.
And it'll have all the addresses we need. Doodaloo. Susie's Diner. And we have to kill Susie again. It's not Susie's fault, but, yeah. She's one of them. The Deads. The ungrateful dead. I will probably make this spiel a few times tonight. There is a game on the Epic Game Store right now, as of today. Will be there presumably for the next week. Oops. And it's one I've played a good amount on stream, and I really enjoyed. The game is Nightingale. It is sort of a survival crafting game. Sort of a different setting, and I think it's very good, very cool, and it is currently all $30 off, or as you might call it, free. Yeah. All right. We'll grab some preserved food. Thank you. Professional streamer. Not really at all. Thank you very much. God. Sometimes I do worry about me. At least I pressed one of my buttons. Thank you again very much. I'm totally not embarrassed or anything by that. That sort of thing happens all the time to the, the big name streamers. That they have that. So I have now started streaming the game that I was playing before. Not embarrassed, really. And I will continue shilling for the game Nightingale, which is free right now on the Epic Games Store. If you enjoy a survival crafting type game with a cool setting, you might find it to your liking. And I imagine at free, you'll find the price to your liking. There's Johnny Clycepticon Rotten. Mr. Rotten, I'll call him. Why the face purple crying? There's no need to cry. Everything's going to be just fine. Unless it's not, in which case, yeah, crying will probably be a pretty good reaction. Yeah, ignore what I said. Crying seems to make perfect sense. Oh, and there is the jury-rigged protector. Does he come back down? He does! But we both killed him, so presumably he's fine now. Flag's Pharmacy. Use the phone book to locate another. Oh, look! We've got friends. We both need to check the phone book. Cannot be used. He was using it first. Curse him! Search the fire station for first aid. We were in there yesterday. Shot a bunch of undead firemen. Oh, another player. So we've got at least 2 other players running around here, in addition to me. I am pleased that I've seen as many players as I have the last couple of nights. A little surprised, but pleased. First aid kits. Yep. Oh, he grabbed that one. I hope it respawns soon. Another one over here. Or 2. Boo-doo. It respawned. Optional, open the map and click on an animal well to go back to the sheriff's place. Sure, it'll cost me 100 anima shards, but you never learn if you don't try. Hi guys, you having fun out there on the other side of the fence being all dead and walking around dead?
Namaste.
In the storeroom. Doodaloo. Again, the bad impersonation of Richard Sonak coming at you. Aiding the locals in the face of inevitable. Your tenacity is admirable, though perhaps a bit blue-eyed. Only you have blue eyes. On a positive note, you have provided us with some useful data of Kingsmouth town. You have a clearer picture of the situation at hand, and it doesn't look good, at least for the unfortunate civilian population. But we still have a decent chance of containing the threat, and that's what you're there for. Okay, we'll upgrade our amulet yet again. But I will reiterate that if you're interested at all in survival crafting type games, Nightingale is free on the Epic Game Store, and I have really enjoyed the hell out of it. Hey, Liquid, how you doing? And as I was just saying, is it something you might be interested in? Nightingale, free on the Epic Game Store. Survival crafting game with a very nice setting. Don't ask what happened to your name. Got changed somehow, and they won't let you fix it for 13 more days. I'm not going to ask if your D emits liquid flame because I'm your friend. And you asked me not to ask. So I'm not asking you if your D emits liquid flame. Okay, I already asked you. Obviously didn't mean it. What does Sandy want? I can't do that when I'm not in combat. Oh, there we are. Moose is assembling some homemade explosives, but is running out of ingredients. Also, this game is currently free on Steam. I don't know if it's always free on Steam, but it is free on Steam right now. Which is one of the things that prompted me to be playing it again, as it comes with a free character slot. A Flaming D would be a very, very bad day indeed. He could use someone to scavenge the streets and stores of Kingsmouth for more materials. Sure, I can do that for you, Moose. Talk to me, Moose. What do you need, Moose? Never turn your back on a guy
Back in
named
my
Moose.
old life, I always wondered what was around the corner I didn't take, down the road I didn't go. That's how I ended up here, up to my elbows in machine grease, rigging bombs. Relax, my friend. I got plenty of experience blowing shit up. I got a handle on death and the instruments thereof, and no desire to see the infinite darkness claim any of us quite yet. These mechanical servants of the Reaper will stay still and silent till I'm good and ready to push that button. Traveling the big country's taught me everything from bull riding to bonsai, enough to cause a man to lose his appetite for destruction. But circumstances require us to yield to the greater good, even when that greater good isn't all that pretty. Road here said I'd be pitching in with soft-shell lobster season. Instead, I found nightmare country. Maybe the very rotten heartland of it. But I'm philosophizing. Life is sacred. Every moment is precious. Which brings us right back around to blowing up dead guys. I've got no shortage
Who doesn't
of
like
time or
blowing up
ideas.
dead
What
guys?
I'm lacking is the nuts and bolts of it. I could fill a shopping cart down Main Street. But getting out there and back, that's what's kicking my ass, my friend.
Fortunate, anything kills me, I come back. Remember to spend your skill points. Well, yes, I don't have enough. Either ability points or skill points to send them, but thank you for letting me know. Where are we off to? Oh, I need the list. Although, I don't know, maybe if my name was Sandy, I would want to go by Moose, too. My name is not Sandy. Shopping list. ANFO. That's ammonium nitrate and fuel oil. A very well-known improvised explosive indeed. Cold packs. Diesel. Napalm. Frozen orange juice concentrate. And kitty litter. Gasoline. Siphon. Propane tanks. Glass bottles. Ball bearings. Really need the ball bearings, because all ball bearings are likely to do is cripple the undead, and that's not going to stop them. It's going to slow them down, which is okay, I guess. Oh, but fine. All right. We will go to Psycoil. Siphon off some gas, although I don't think it's siphoning, because I think they have pumps. I don't believe the named mob can be farmed for loot on additional days, but I'll try and find out. There's the named mob, the dumpster diver. Nope. Nope, he doesn't drop anything except the first time you kill him. Let's, these guys might interrupt me, so we'll just... We'll grab the propane tanks. I guess this is actually the gas. It's the propane tanks. Next up, the kindergarten. Well, it used to be the kindergarten. They used to have a kindergarten. I'm not sure if they even have any kids around anymore. I guess when your town goes to hell, it really goes to hell. That's one of my daily challenges complete. Oh, wrong button. That one? Yeah. That was 50 monster kills, or in the case of the undead, monster re-kills, to be precise. Don't get stuck on the sign lens. Signs, signs, everywhere signs. Blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Oop, oop. We'll grab some ball bearings from the kid's tricycle. Jack and Wendy's breakfast. Oh. Draugr. To be precise, Fighter. Draugr are a sort of an aquatic flavor, if you will, of zombies. Scandinavian/North mythology, I think. Doodaloo. Collect the kitty litter. All right. While we're out here, we'll check the suicide note. A note is pinned to the door. It reads, "I lost my husband of only a week to the fog. He followed the calls and walked into the sea, like so many others. Why I was spared, I don't know, but living without him, now that I just found him, is punishment worse than death. I will go after him on the pier and save him or join him." We'll take care of this as a side quest. Oh, look! Zombies! Zombies! And the answer for where she's gone, well, we have another named mob, I should say. So he should give us some. He should drop a present when we drop him. And he did. We also have a little piece of lore over here. Worth 475 experience pointies. Running on the dock of a bay. Watching the zombies go wandering away. There's the black helicopter. Not suspicious at all. We'll get to the airport eventually. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. She seems to be hanging. And there's her deranged specter. Take the pendant. Broken pendant. We'll climb the ladder, because I think there is another lore item. Yep. Round the backside. And also one over here. On the ship. Oh, come on. Don't be that way now. Thank you. Doodaloo. The Lady Margaret. Another AP. What are we at? 4 AP and 4 SP. Again, from Richard Sonak, my bad impersonation. One cannot but lament a woman's misfortune. Having in her possession a pendant that protected her from the fog, only to lose her newly-wed husband to those very same horrors. One might call it irony. We can't help the woman now, but we can study the protection granted by the pendant, and we shall. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Such pieces of arcane warding are of utmost interest. Another SP. There we go. I was stuck on Band-Aid brand, because Band-Aids stuck on me. Alright, we're now going back to the derelict trawler. Where the gasoline, I think we funneled the gas for that. We will have
additional assignment received. Initializing.
And this is defeat 10 brood pods or incubators. Basically just a dynamic kill them if you can mission. Well, those are impalers. I don't think I get credit for those. No, I don't. Hello, the dude. How are all the dude things? Hope you're duding well. Yeah, it's the best I got, and it's not very good, granted. What do we got? Oh, there it is. Diesel tank. Up. Fire next, but we've got some more of these we can destroy. We need to kill... How many more? 5 more. I have killed 500 zombies. I am a zombie bane. I'm gonna go with that. I am Len, zombie bane. Alright, little extra XP. Now we're back to the firehouse for the 3rd time. The dude abides, and you are well. I have heard that the dude abides. Oh, they're going to be angry at me? They are. They were. Hey, you guys, what's going on? You know, other than being undead. We also have another SP. Whoop. That's not what I wanted at all. Misclicked. Don't misclick, Lens. Is being undead. I don't know. Yet. I probably won't get to know. And frankly, I think I'd probably be okay with that. My guess would be that it's like being old, but smellier. What do we need from the fire station? Collect cold packs. That's the first aid kit. I think that's upstairs. I hate to interrupt this guy when he's eating, you know. It is a little rude. Kill this guy while he's conveniently located for our convenience. I think it's back here where there's another bad guy. Nope, not there. Next to the door. Next to the door is the correct answer. I've already killed the fire chief. I had a quest for that one, I think. Doodaloo. Go to the cafe on Arkham Avenue. That is for, I believe, the orange juice. Again, the dude, since you have just arrived, as I have mentioned previously a number of times, this game is currently, if not always, free to play on Steam, but if you've got access to that other game software service, Epic Game Store, the game Nightingale, which I have streamed in the past and enjoy rather a lot, is currently free. $30 off. And I think you'll agree, free's a pretty good price. Another player. I'm surprised. I've seen like 8 or 10 different players over the last couple of nights. Putting Moose's ingredients in the box. Put the ingredients in the box. I have a sneeze coming. I can feel it. And that was the sneeze. It might have a little brother on the way. There's Moose. Doodaloo. Splendid work. I'm very encouraged by your ability to roam and scrounge up necessary ingredients. Our enemies are relentless and demonstrate rudimentary combat skills. However, they clearly haven't grasped the nuances and blocking key roads and securing access to supplies. Advantage humanity. Now, I understand you've acquired some destructive ingredients from your friend. One assumes the next step is to detach the limbs of our enemies in some truly spectacular fashion, in order for us to test their weaknesses, of course. Alright, we've got a bunch of stuff. We have a sword. We have an elemental focus. And we have a hammer. I'll upgrade my gun. That was not what I wanted. What did I do wrong? That's what I wanted. There we go. Yes, yes. Challenge complete. We have upgraded our items more. Is that all for the basic ones for the day? No, not yet. We need one more main mission, one more side mission. And that'll finish off the daily challenges. And then we get the bonus challenges. Totally forgot today is a Thursday. Side effect of being retired, I guess. Yes, I really enjoyed Nightingale. And I actually want to call out of special note. It is a game that you connect to one of their servers and play. But you can play it locally, so you don't need access to their servers if it shuts down. And you can play with friends on their servers or basically on your own session locally. You start up a session, you share the information with your friends who have the game, and they can play it too. So many companies, it's, yeah, if we go belly up, our servers get turned off, you're screwed. Have fun. These guys have made arrangements that we can continue to play the game even if, they're working elsewhere. All survival or builder games should be hosted locally. You should at least be allowed to host it locally, I agree. Even if it's just solo play, I would consider that sufficient. But to include, the networking tech so that you can play with your friends after their servers are shut down is a significant
results.
big deal. To my mind, anyway. I think I'd rather have this equipped. That's a heal for an 80. I'm currently, how many hit points? 889. That deals damage to the enemies, and their movement speed is reduced. 50-second cooldown. I think I'll keep the one I've got. I like having a heal just in case, We'll come back to Moose's test quest in a bit. I'm going to grab one of those side quests. Time for us to meet the French, supposedly French Madame, the fortune teller, who put the moves on the doctor, and the doctor described as dynamite. The mail's probably not been delivered since before the fog. In the current situation, who would blame the Postal Service? Still, leaving packages might lift their spirits. I will take that package. And we'll go to the Raven's Roost. Doo-doo-doo. And there's a cat. We'll place the package. Doo-doo-doo. And that is another challenge complete. And it is another amulet piece. Upgrade. Neck talisman. Let's see what she's got for us, shall we? Madame Roger. Welcome to the Raven's Knock. Madame Roger has been having dark visions involving ravens. Locate the source of her visions. Talk to me, Madame Roger.
I sense an alien presence. The fog obscures a terrible truth concealed behind a veil of... Sorry, old habits. Hey, just so you know, I don't do readings anymore. I've been outside. You don't need second sight to foretell our future. We're all doomed. It's not like I'm gonna need the money. It's strange, but it's the dreams that really get to me, not reality. I can handle reality, but those nightmares just... It's like a really annoying song that gets stuck in your head, repeating over and over and over again. The dreams are always about ravens.
Note.
Thousands of
Crystal
ravens.
ball. I have a joke for you.
Flapping wings, black feathers, dead eyes, beaks and talons tearing and clawing and screeching. Wings of death and pestilence. A black, timeless malice covering Kingsmouth like a funeral shroud. You get the idea.
She's a bit of a downer.
I don't know what any of it means, but it's doing a number on my beauty sleep, I can tell you that.
Do you know why witches never have children? It's because their husbands have crystal balls and Halloweenies. Alright, we now will follow the raven. Where did it go? It was going in this direction. Where did it end up? I think I lost it. I think I have to head back and try to find it again. Yes, that's the kind of joke you hear in 3rd grade and it makes you giggle. But despite your best efforts, you... Yeah, I know. Follow the raven. I got lost, okay? How about we start it again? We've got Mahes and Sekhmet. Sekhmet is an Egyptian goddess. I recognize that one. I don't recognize Mahes. Search for ravens. Okay. Supposed to be a raven there, aren't there? How about we come down here? Go there. And there he is. He's back. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to keep him in sight. He was headed in this direction. Oh, more ravens. Okay. There we are. Alright. Ravens. Let me grab the piece of legendary lore there and pick up the black feather. Looking for more of them? They're flying around. Look for ravens. Yeah, I can see them. Over there. Okay, there we are. Not obvious, but... more ravens. Ever more ravens. I know, that was a pretty Poe joke. Poe joke. Oh my god, it just never freaking ends. Oh, he's back. The Revenant is back. Another Revenant feather. Doo-doo-doo. There they are. We follow the ravens. I have chased away 10 flocks of ravens. He's back again. We do have another named mob over there. We'll get him to give us a donation to the cause. It's Mr. Freezy. Apparently he worked the local Mr. Freezy franchise. All right, where's my feather? There it is. Ow. Doodaloo. Boyds. It's Boyds. Look at the Boyds. We have birds everywhere. I have followed the ravens. There's a note. Find a way to call the revenant. Bind malevolent spirit by placing reagents at the points of a star. Reagent equals, well, we know what it is. It's raven feathers. So, north, east, south, and then both of the west points. North point. That's the north point. This should be... That's the west point. This should be the east point. This should be the south point. Did I screw that up? Oh, there he is. Sorry about that, dude. No, I'm not. Another challenge complete. Alright, that's all of the basic challenges to have given us their rewards. Now we need 100 monster kills, 5 main missions, 5 side missions, 6 item empowerments to get the second patch, the bonus. 'Tis not the wind, I'm afraid. The Revenant is an old enemy of ours, a creature that smells death and foretells future misery. We've received similar reports to this in the past. One Ms. Rose White had an encounter much like yours. How this creature is tied to the park in Kingsmouth is another thing entirely, and something we should look into in the future. If there's a way to use this information to our benefit, we will certainly find it. That's another level. I'm now level 11. Feel free to admire. We have a neck and a waist. It's a waist, I know. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. That's the one we want. And let's see what else we've got around here. The lost cell phone. Yeah. Up. We have lore. $500 XP. I have a lost cell phone. Find an abandoned cell phone. Despite having a cracked screen and being wet, the phone seems to work. If the owner is still alive, he or she would probably like it back. Label on the back of the phone reads property of Danny Dufresne, Dufresne & Sons. Go there to find Danny. Well, the sun rises on another lovely day here in Kingsmouth. If the lovely stench of wet death is to your taste, this is the town for you. That's another player. Dufresne & Sons. Gone skating, Danny. Place the phone in the mailbox. It is perfect beach weather, and there's no shortage of beach, that's for sure. Look at all that lovely beach. Granted, there's like a low fog, and so I would say foggy with a chance of undeath. And what a waste. Oh, I am funny. See, there were a couple more side quests up there by the Pock. That one I think is like the empty seafood boxes. Yeah, box of squid. This one is the cleaner's corpse. A cleaning woman lies on the edge of a childless park. There's no shortage of dead in Kingsmouth, nor of the secrets they may have kept. Woman clutches a phone in her hand. There's a message flashing on the screen. Someone was trying to reach her. Maybe someone still is. I'll pick up the phone. You're totally exaggerating these wounds. Just crawl over to the church and send me Hawthorne surveillance. You're like right there. The control pad is under the stone in front of the church. The code for the keypad is the first song he planned to sing on Sunday. Forwarding to someone else in 5. You know what that means. All right. You'll now be able to see the power and majesty of the church in action as we're going to aggro some bad guys. We're going to lure them into the church, and so there may be something to this church thing after all. Well, I don't know. You might consider the tourists be taking all the good spots, since the tourists are long dead bodies. Then it's not like they're out-of-towners who are going to spend, you know? All right, let's see. The first song that was going to be sung is 576. Hi, guys. Don't let me interrupt. You were what? Playing bridge? I think it was 576. I've probably forgotten already, though, because that's the way my brain doesn't work anymore. Oh, I got it. Doo-doo-doo. Dirty laundry. Oh, my. Fine work. We shall pore over the footage to see if it reveals anything about Henry Hawthorne and the church. Most likely, this was an attempt by the Illuminati to keep track of a most ardent fan, one who got a little too close. Outlandish surveillance is an Illuminati strong suit, though, in their defense, they do have a habit of attracting the eccentrics. This will be a weapon. It is a hammer, and if I had a hammer, I'd feed it to my pistol. Well, let's talk to Henry Hawthorne. And that's another player right there. That's Fergus HMR Hephaestus Martinsite. According to Henry Hawthorne, the Kingsmouth Congregational Church is protected by an ancient Illuminati wards. Investigate the wards and try to figure out how they work. Test the potency of the wards protecting the church. Draw zombies into the church. Okay, we'll do that again then. Talk to me. Hank? Is it Hank? Mind if I call you Hank?
Blessed are the meek.
Oh, yep, the Illuminati,
those who do the Lord's
the Templars,
work.
I'm one of the Templars, and
it is
the
through
Dragon.
His grace that we find
Asian
sanctuary
mysticism.
in His house. When His house is besieged by zombies. Not to belittle the Lord's work, but perhaps the illuminated ones made this place a safe place through some conjuration of theirs. Blessed by the Lord, of course, or at the very least tolerated. Whatever the providence of our sanctuary, it extends no further than the doorstep. Even the cemetery spills over with the devil's spawn. I've tried prayer, I've tried my 44, but Satan's wearing Kevlar, and Bible thumping just pisses them off.
No, that's understandable. Alright, draw zombies into the church. I know. I'll start singing at them. Hey, Scientology. Now that would be... Yeah, even the undead have got, you know... They've got their limits. Well, that's 4. Pardon me, guys. Doodaloo. Okay. Study the first Illuminati ward. It's that right there. Study the second Illuminati ward. Oh, more of them. You know what that means, of course. Not there. Must be over here. Really, I'm trying to work here, and these people are simply in my way. Arguably not people, but you know what I mean. The third Illuminati ward. That it? That is it. Doodly-oo. Draw the first ward in the graveyard fence. Ah, we're going to piss them off, are we? Okay. Draw the ward. The unquiet dead. Which doesn't mean that they're not noisy. It means they do not rest easily. That kind of unquiet. Whoops. Gotta be careful with your double taps, my friends. And another unquiet dead, I assume? No. Just quiet dead. Draw the second ward on the graveyard fence. Oh, I only drew 1, evidently. Well, that's typical. Oh, goodness, he's dropped a bit of legend. Oh, I guess I didn't finish the drawing, perhaps? Before the bad man showed up? There we are. Draw the third ward. We also have a named mob over here who will have a bag of goodness for us. Well, goodies, maybe not goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't see you there. Oh, dearly departed. Oh, dearly departed, we are gathered here. Another unquiet dead, I'm guessing. No. Ah, a bunch of them fell over dead, and here comes the big guy. The vengeful Hulk. Hulk smash. See? Hulk smash. Quarter life crisis. I have completed 25 missions. The Illuminati Magi are all revisionists, but every now and then they do get it right. Kingsmouth holds more than its share of Illuminati secrets. Knowing their poor ties to traditions and history, you're as likely to discover these secrets as they are. The wards in the church are maintained by infused ancient symbols. Your attempts to apply them showed hopeful results, but these things cannot simply be replicated and reproduced. Advanced anima techniques require ancient foundations and years of accredited study. By the way, I wish to reiterate that is anima, not enema, okay? It's important, that I give you the straight poop. I had not considered, but you are right. It could be both. It's definitely anima. It is possible. The other might apply as well. Poke our head back in. Let's upgrade our amulet, our neck talisman, as it were. As I've said before, so I'll say again. When this gets to 20, we can no longer empower it any further. So what we do is we have to get a second one, empower it up to 20, and then we can smoosh 2 greens together to make a level 1 blue, which is more powerful than a level 20 green. And then you upgrade to purple and then red, I think. I think that's the cap. It's been a long time, so I could easily be mistaken, although I think you'll agree that doesn't seem very likely that I would make a mistake. Come on. All right, passive skills. We do have enough for another passive skill. Where was I going? Instantly know the best first approach to a target, causing your pistol abilities to deal an additional 3 to 15 physical damage. Damage is dealt at its highest when the target is at maximum health, in other words, full health. And that one we want. Increasing our damage, especially to full health enemies, seems good. So let's see. I don't think we need the paradoxical any longer. We would like... Is that... There we go. Bloop. Paradox control. I don't think we need that one either. Those are chaos skills, and I'm not currently doing much with the chaos skills. Alright, Henry's got another quest for me. 2, actually. Dust to dust. Henry alludes cryptically to a part of Kingsmouth's past rising to haunt them again. Someone is digging where they shouldn't, and they have to be stopped. Unmarked mass graves. That sounds like jolly fun times. Talk to me, Hank.
Kingsmouth is not a town without its blight, its fallow seasons. In times past, these lands have borne bad fruit. The demons are plucking forgotten apples that should have been left to rot on the boughs of Kingsmouth's tree, planted in unsanctified soil. By apples, I mean bodies. The tree represents, graves, and the unsanctified soil means, well, unsanctified soil, unmarked graves, mass graves. They operated with rationale, our illuminated ancestors. I'm sure of it. I mean, who am I to question these men of action? Those men of God. Even if they did stumble in their faith, well, that can happen to all of us. We forget to say grace. We lie. We cheat. We fornicate.
As frequently as possible.
Worse. We have more immediate concerns than being ministers of past sins. What they're digging up is something that should remain buried, hidden from inquisitive eyes and wagging tongues. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Okay. Locate an unmarked Mass grave. I tell you, this town knows how to have a good time. If memory serves, I think there are 4 different mass graves around town. 3 or 4. You know, most small towns, it's all the same. You know, they all have their mass graves that they do not talk about under any circumstance. Kill charred remains and witch trial victims. Oh, that's a nice place they've got here. There's a bit of lore in there that I would like to get. That's 3 out of 5. Grab the lore. More XP for me. Another SP. I need one more witch trial victim. Or charred remains. Well, thing is, we've got, you know, more lore there. I can see the lore glowing at me. I can't just let it go. It's not my nature. Next up, another AP, and 80 meters away, we've got another mass grave. Let's see what this one's got for us, shall we? The first one had charred remains and witch trial victims. By the way, historically, at Salem, the Salem witch trials, nobody was burned. They were all hanged, except for one guy who was pressed to death. Pressing to death basically is you lay a big piece of wood on him and then you put big weights on it and he has to suffocate, and it's not pleasant. Now it is Blue Ridge, Forgotten, and Watchmen. This is Miners. M-I-N-E-R-S, not O-R-S. The mine in the second map plays an important part. So mining is a big local employer, let's say. Or historically has been. Right now, the only job that's continuing to function is basically the police, and all they're doing is murdering the undead. Well, okay, that's another. And next up, why, a mere 96 meters away is the next one. I mean, it's not unusual for small towns to have multiple mass graves. This one's just unusual in that they're all close together. Most of them, they like to spread them out, you know. These guys, they believe in concentrating them. More effective, efficient mass graving. We're going to now kill some undead suffocated miners. Again, Miners. Because not a lot of games would try to get away with ORS. That'd be a little bit too dark for most of them. How about one more suffocated miner? Is it 3 or 4? I don't recall. Do we have one more after this? Let's find out. No, it was 3. We have a Wendigo. Multiple Wendigos. Everyone knows it's Wendigo. We have another side quest over here, and somebody is standing. There it is. It is Zed Flamer Johnson. Oh, he actually spews fire. Okay. Flashed brochure. A Kingsmouth townie must have had strong feelings about the Morning Light project for this to end up down here. Who would bring Morning Light propaganda all the way out to an island town like Kingsmouth? They that go down into the pit cannot hope for thy truth. Isaiah 38:18. All of Kingsmouth's a pit. These awakened remains, the witches, the miners, the cultists who buried each other living and dead, are evidence of Kingsmouth's history of fervor and violence. Not all were evil, the witches merely housewives, the miners slaves to a paycheck, the cultists weak-willed wanderers. What unites them all is Kingsmouth's particular breed of restlessness, the one that is being dug up and wielded by the Draug. The question is, to what purpose? Oh, I didn't examine the brochure. Should probably do that. Oh, Mr. Flamey Boy's back. Let me inspect the brochure. Come see us at Langmore Trail. We will hold on to that for later. Well, it is one of the storyline quests, so we'll head out to the Morning Light. A particular cult was mentioned earlier. These guys are one of the cults, the transparent cultiness cults that are percolating around these parts. We have an animal well. For some reason, no zombies here. Ooh, it's a pistol. Oh, very nice. Our current pistol is a 1-pip. That is a 2-pip. We want to hold on to this one, because eventually the 1-pip is the lowest quality. So eventually what we'll do is we'll get this one up to 20, and then we'll grade a 2-pip, a 3-pip if we can find it, up to 20, and we'll moosh the 1-pip into the 2-pip to make a 2-pip blue item. Because that's the way we roll around here. Che Garcia Hansen. Recommended level 12. I'm not there yet. I mean, I could do it. I'm not there yet, so. I'd prefer to not do it until I am of an appropriate level. Not because I think I'd, die or anything. Where am I? Over That's the brochure. That's the war memorial. Let's head for the war memorial. Not because I think I'd die or anything, but because it means that I have more, let's say, level appropriate quests available. This guy's in my way. Witch trail victim. Sorry, yeah, just not your, well, I was going to say not your lucky day, but it hasn't been your lucky day since the 17th century, so sorry. Bad luck. Somebody's doing something there. I see the flashes of combat stuff. Oh, they were around yesterday. That player. So they're back. War Memorial. Kingsmouth, like so many other small towns across the country, lost soldiers in the Second World War. A quick glance at the nearby graves reveals that some veterans have risen as walking dead. Honor them by putting them back in the ground. They are named. We have killed several of them already. Pardon me. There's 5 of them. Zed. Fireboy here, we just killed. Sorry, Zed. Hate to do this to you. You seem like a very nice flaming corpse. I saw an undead running in that direction. Alright, he must have kept on going. Alright, where is he? There he is. Cannonball Bill. Another one right over here. Oh, no, up there. Weird. What do we got? 60, 49, 42. Hike. That one of them? Dead-Eye Dan. Yep, that's one of them. I think. Yep, that was one of them. Down by the river. Down by the river. Oh, that's Terry O'Reilly, the Irish tank, and yeah, big. Quite big, very large. Don't think he was quite that large in life, I'm gonna say. Probably. Edwin Doc Mannon. Well, we've got a batch of ferals, and the Doc was one of them. All right. Doodaloo. What do we got? What do we have? We're here. The severed hand. I mean, you know, whoever lost that probably needs help, so maybe we can give him a hand. Predatory Reaper. Just another undeadite to me. Perfect execution? Oh, perfect. I mean, that's a pretty high bar. I would hate to try and live up to that. There's a severed hand. Just sitting there. A decaying human hand lies in a box near Mr. Freezy van. Decaying human hand wearing a wedding band lies in a box near Mr. Freezy van. Inscription ring reads, Eric and Mindy, bound by love, 1874. I'll inspect it. Go to the graveyard. It's one of the graves. But I do not remember which grave. So, we may summon up a whole bunch of undead who aren't happy with us poking at their resting places. Challenge complete. What was that, 100 monsters or something? That was 100 monster kills. Now, my memory is telling me it's one of the ones along here. But my memory, as we have seen, is not necessarily trustworthy. Samantha. No. Joseph, known by some as Resurrection Joe. Well, that's an interesting nickname to have in a graveyard where everyone's rising from the dead. I think it might be this one. Eric and Mindy. Yep. Return it to the grave. Oh, dig the disturbed ground. What could possibly go wrong? Examine the hat. Mr. Freezy. That's a Mr. Freezy logo. I'd like a Mr. Freezy right now. Sounds delicious. These are so low level, I don't even get XP for them. Alright, let's pop in here again. Little safety. Field report has been collected. That is level 12. We have a claw weapon, or fist weapon, and a sword. Well, my gun hungers. And it will eat any weapon it can get its teeth on.
Critical empowerment results.
Critical is always nice. And that gives us the 6 more item empowerments. We need 1 more side mission and 3 more mains. 3 more mains is probably not going to occur. We do have enough for another ability, though. Alright, Flourish is there. Unload. Consumes 5 pistol energy. Empty the clips of both of your pistols into the target, dealing 72 physical damage per hit. I like the sound of Unload. We are all gunned up. Pardon me. I'm going to AFK for just a second and refill my coffee cup. I'll be right back. like I threatened, here I come. You were warned. All right, let's try one of the investigation missions. These can be very challenging. The Kingsmouth Code. As the epicenter of early Illuminati history in the New World, Kingsmouth is still full of signs and symbols. Understanding their hidden message could unearth ancient secrets left by the Illuminati Fathers. Henry Hawthorne said the founding fathers of Kingsmouth left clues to forgotten secrets all over town. Follow the traces of the Illuminati to uncover their mysteries. Talk to me, Hank.
Kingsmouth is a book of secrets, an illuminated manuscript waiting for those who would read between the lines. I've seen it spelled out, the hidden truth of this blighted Garden of Eden. For are we not seekers of knowledge, you and I? Even a man of God can have his eyes open to further enlightenment and illumination. To be illuminated under the eye. The pyramid? The Illuminati. I'm with the Illuminati. I don't have a badge or anything like that. Yeah. I'm what you might call a hobbyist member. But I earned it. I did extensive research on the net. The code words I followed led me to forums. Secret forums. Forums that don't show up on Google. And I'm an avid poster. A valued poster. I know there are paths in Kingsmouth
Reddit.
Not on any map.
He's on Reddit.
The work of the Illuminati is everywhere. A secret gospel, chapter and verse throughout the town. Signs and formulae. That's why you're here, isn't it?
A closed
now, my work
subreddit.
Is not exhaustive. There are elements of our grand plan I may have overlooked.
Yep.
Tiny details still left unexplored. I trust we have each other's disclosure.
r//Illuminati. Follow the Illuminati symbols. Now, you'll notice that's highlighted and it was accented during his speech. All right, it appears to be pointing that direction. Is that correct? Looks like... Oh, inspect. There we are. Omnia Vincit. Looks. Omnia Vincit. Light. All. Vincit. I don't know. Light illuminates all. Light shows all. Something like that, I think. All right. I think I'm following the... symbols correctly. Oops! Where did all of you guys come from? Look, you're going to have to stand in line. I have enough bullets for everyone, but you're going to have to share. Don't know if I'm following correctly or not. I don't remember. Another AP, good. Okay, this one is pointing in that direction. I don't know if I'm getting within there, and this one is pointing out there. I don't know if I'm getting within their aggro radius or if they have a larger aggro radius because I'm following the quest. Alright, it's pointing in that direction. Oh, sorry. Pardon me, sir. I didn't mean to interrupt you while you're at work. Alright, that one is pointed in this direction on the far side of the shed, maybe? If I followed correctly, which is... possibly questionable. Oh, whoop. Examine the plaque on the ground. Goal completed. In the seat of power, the navigator immortalized, illuminating the path to the sleeping priest and Fletcher, in memory of Franz Hals, who perished in light, 1580 to 1666. Okay, the seat of power. Gotta be Town Hall. Okay, I know it's Town Hall. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm smarter than I am. Because realistically, how much smarter than I am could anyone possibly be? Find the location referenced in the message. Town Hall. Am I on the wrong block? I am on the wrong block. Of course I am. You can count on me to get it wrong. If there are two choices, I'll find the third one that's wrong. It's a gift I have. Alright. They on me again? Nope. Alright, Town Hall's over here. And these ne'er-do-wells. In the seat of power, the navigator immortalized. Well, let's see. That doesn't look like a navigator. That could very well be a navigator. Indeed, it was. Time is the province of kings and gods. The hands of time point to truths written by kings in the word of God. The passage is open to the enlightened. The hands of time. Well, the hands of time look like 10-10. Feet of power, immortalized, illuminating the path to the sleeping priest. Now, there's a thing called the priest house, named after someone named Priest. It's just to the other side of the church. Make sure we're not aggroed anything. Yeah. The priest house. Oh, it's a light. But I happen to know a little something about the priest house. It's got a basement. That's not it. To the sleeping, illuminating the path to the sleeping priest and Fletcher. I mean, I could look this up. That's Solomon Priest Ghost Hunt. Yeah, that's working out great for everyone involved. It's a map or something. Thought it was 1010. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to weenie out. All right, I followed the path. Yeah, it's in there. That's the... Hands of Time. Words of God. Okay, 1010. Words of God points to the Bible. So we're looking up a Bible verse. Kings 1, 10:10. Ah, okay. Hands of Time point to truth, written by Kings. So it's a book of Kings. Words of God. So Kings, book 1, 10:10. And the king gave 120 talents of gold, large quantities of spices. Never again were so many spices brought as the queen of Sheba gave, so I'm assuming it's 120. Yep, that was the step I missed. So as you can see, if you're going to try and figure out one of these investigation quests, it isn't necessarily going to be easy. Even knowing the answer. I thought it might be a Bible verse, but I wasn't sure what I'd have to do to find it, so I just said, fine, we'll look it up. And you can look them up. They're all out there. The Illuminati computer. Error. Access requires root access. Input, password, or type hint. Famous Solomon priest said, light conquers all. That was the Lux Omnia Vincit. Was it. Access secure artifacts. Let's view the archives first. Not available at this time. Okay. How about access secure artifacts? Safe being opened. The eye. The phoenix, and the pyramid. This is a splendid discovery. Gladstone will be eager to analyze these artifacts upon your return. I hope you don't think of it as pilfering. We do not pilfer, we valorize. We shall certainly do better than tossing these ancient items in the dank and forgotten cellar. Knowing the Illuminati, there's a better than even chance they belong to us anyway. I must admit to having given up on the fruitfulness of your expedition, but I'm glad you persevered. One suspects this won't be the last Illuminati code we shall have to break. All right, that will upgrade our amulet. Amulet, then the item. And this will give us a cosmetic of a combat headset black. So we can now, when we go to a place where we can change our appearance, we'll be able to change our headset, our glasses, I guess, to these are the various things we could get. Square frames. Ah, there we go. Combat headset. Let's wear that. There we go. We got a combat headset now. Actually, I'm just listening to music on it, but, you know, it's a good look for me. Back out to Kingsmouth. Pardon the yawn. Back into the church where we can see my combat headset. It just looks all killer, no filler. Look at that. That's, yeah, I'm definitely hearing everything that's sneaking up on me. Yeah, no doubt about that, for sure. We've got another thing over here. Kingsmouth Congregational Church. Sure. The mail probably hasn't been delivered. Right. I'll take that package. Doodaloo. And we'll just drop it off here. That's a breadcrumb quest to get you to another quest location. Another challenge complete. So we'd need 2 more main missions. I don't think we're going to get to that this evening. And it's another neck talisman piece. We're up to level 19 on the neck talisman. Almost time to start building up another neck talisman. Two players in here. Neither of which I've seen before. So yeah, I've seen like a dozen different players here in this map over the last couple of nights. It's not as dead as I thought it was, which is reassuring. I actually am pleased by that. I believe we can redo quests. Ah, that one's on a cooldown for 20 more hours. Oh, interesting. So maybe if you're a subscriber, the cooldowns are shorter. I'm guessing that's what it is. Because it used to be you could get them, I think, every day if you wanted to. The agent system hasn't opened up yet. It's similar to if you ever played Star Trek Online. The sort of the duty officer assignments. It's a real-time thing that runs whether you're in-game or not. Sort of like you have NPCs and you assign them to missions. Character sheet inventory. Where's they at? Mission journal, challenge journal, friends, cabal, social. I guess it's not open at all until we reach the appropriate level. I'm going to Google that up. Secret World Legends Agent System. The agent network, level 15 or 25? 25 it looks like. No, agents gain experience and unlock abilities. How it works. At 15, you get a small tutorial. And we're currently what? 12? 13? 12, I think. Yeah, 12. 12 and a third, roughly. Oh, I'm a trickster, definitely. That's the title I'm going to wear. You know, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it. I'm a trickster, but I'm a low-key trickster. Sorry. Well, let's see what Moose has for us. I think he wants us to test out his explosives and stuff, and later on we have to use them for realsies. Sandy Moose Johnson has assembled a potpourri of homemade bombs. He aims to blow up zombies and give some respite to the remaining survivors, but the explosives still need to be tested. All right, talk to me, Moose. Moose.
My passion for this life is my greatest weakness.
Moose.
Out there on the road, I found serene understanding of just what there is, which is more than I could ever want. And life is too sacred to miss even one single sunrise from nursing a black eye. That said, indifference is the greatest crime. I never turn my back on decent folks in trouble. And if I learned anything in Baton Rouge, aside from damn good bourbon chicken, it was that, oh man, do I hate zombies. Yeah, I tell you, there's a real enlightenment to be found on the open road, with no witness but the cinemascope sky. Solitude's the only real test of character. To be out there on your own is to see deep inside yourself. But soul-searching means nothing to those who don't have one. And solitude is no fortress against the walking dead. No, we need to stick together. This is a test of character forged in fire. I've been tinkering with these instruments of death, and I think they'll do the trick. Still need a test run, though. Preferably somewhere we don't knock over any picket fences.
All right, pick up his arsenal.
Quick access inventory updated.
All right. Take mines out of Moose's arsenal. That is shift 1.
Temporary abilities acquired.
All right, what do we got? Return to arsenal. Homemade mine. Place a mine at your feet that'll explode when zombies approach it. Remotely detonate your nearby landmine. Well, hopefully you won't have to. Hopefully they'll just blow themselves up. Place mines and lure zombies onto them. Ain't there no zombies over there? Thought there used to be. Well, shoot. How about... Hi, guys. You coming? Yeah, they came. All right. We need to kill, looks like 15. They come in groups of 4. My simple math tells me. Hi, guys. Whoops. Ow. Little jerks. Ah, damn it. That was not ideal.
Temporary abilities acquired.
Yeah. Alright, then that's not the best location, given that that's going to have constant reinforcements. How about right here? Hey, you guys! Right. 2 more delicious batches of zomboys. Hey, guys. Come on, come on, come on. You want to. All right. And one more batch will do ya. All right, the mines work.
Temporary abilities acquired.
These are propane-filled bottles. Throw a bottle that explodes and hits all targets in a 5-meter area, setting them on fire for 10 seconds. Well, that does sound like a barrel of fun. Not for them, most likely. Certainly not if they're alive, which they won't be, because they're dead. So everything should be fine. Whoop, that was not an incredibly great throw. Alright, that's 4 out of 15. Do you mind, sir? One more batch. And what's Moose got up his sleeve for the last? I think this is the last of them. I need a mission to do that. Or napalm into the sewers. All right, well, that we can do by going to the sewers and pouring it into the sewers. Whee! All right, you guys get yours. And we'll just pour a little bit of napalm. Take one of Moose's IEDs out of your inventory. Okay, that all the way down the street. I guess it flowed down the street. Attach the IED to an abandoned scooter. We have a number of those just hanging around. Place an IED. Enter the sewers. I don't think I'm high enough level. I think that requires a higher level, but I'm not sure. I can go in. All right, so that's a long mission. So it's not one we want to do this evening, I don't think. Because I think I'm going to call it an evening. I would like to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I definitely appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. So 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Probably back here, I think. I'm not completely positive. I may go back into Nightingale because it is now free. And this allows me to shill for them because I would like it to do well for them. So that's a definite possibility, is that I'll be playing that instead of this. But I'm going to call it here for the night. Again, thanks guys for hanging. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Thursday or possibly Friday goes great. And hopefully you can get on to your weekend ASAP. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, and ciao for now.